everybody. We are live. Welcome to our Friday night write-in live stream. I just drank some Mountain Dew, so I apologize for the burping. Oh, I did not mute my site. Okay. So I was hearing myself. So we're not sure where Alina is this evening. We've not heard from her, so she may show up at some point. But if not, then not. So that's just kind of where that's at. So I'm going to introduce myself. I am Sarah Scharnweber. This is my page. You probably got here because you know me, or you know Amber, or you know CJ. But we will have everybody introduce themselves. Right next to me is CJ.
Hello, I'm CJ Bloyer, and I am here visiting Sarah.
Okay, and Amber?
Hi guys, I'm Amber Kraft, the author of the Unknown series, Gods of Karina right now. Unknown Revenge is available on Amazon, and Unknown Love I'm shopping, and Unknown Family I'm writing. That's it.
Nothing's known in your world.
Nope, it is all unknown.
Nobody knows shit.
They just think they do. They find out how wrong they are.
Gotcha. All right, so let me.
I forget what show it is they used to say. Was it? Wasn't Fear Factor? What was it? It was one of those Twilight Zone type shows. It's like where you think you know, but you know nothing at all. Show that was. My father was stuck on that show. I forget what it was though.
I never saw it.
I couldn't even remember. I wouldn't even know what to say to look it up.
So, how are you guys doing tonight? How is your projects going? CJ, that face.
CJ got nothing done this week. CJ had a massive anxiety attack Monday night all the way through like Wednesday afternoon.
I can't get my word tracker
through this morning. So I got no work done. Giant goose egg.
I would say how much I got up, but my word tracker's not freaking coming up. I got, after I wrote with you, after Tamara's stream yesterday, I ended up, I want to say at like 1756. So I basically made up for the 2 days that I missed and almost met goal for yesterday. So I think I'm only like 3,500 words behind now instead of 5,000. So slowly but surely.
I don't know that I'm behind at all. I need 75,000 and some change, and I have 72,000 and some change. So I think I'm probably close to right on track. But it only works when I'm sprinting. Like, for some reason, I'm just not writing without sprinting. And I think part of it's because I started writing this story with sprints, and so it just feels right.
Yeah. Well, see, like, I don't write on Tuesday, Wednesdays because of the double work days. And then, so that leaves, Monday, Thursday, Friday, we have sprints. And then Saturday, if I'm not renovating, I'll try to sprint. But literally, yeah, pretty much the only day and technically I used a sprint, but the only day I wrote where I didn't watch a live sprint is I watched the one you did with, what is it, Life in Trees, or what's her
screen? Tree of Life Rights.
Yeah, I always say it wrong. I wrote 555 words re-watching y'all's live stream.
Oh, that's cool.
So that's the only day I didn't technically live watch a stream and got words done.
That's awesome. But at least you got words done.
Yeah. So I wasn't so far behind. And that was the day after I got off work, and I was just like, I'm motivated. Like, I've been listening to my book writing music all day. I want to write the words. And that section just flowed. I finished that mini climax section. So, I don't know. Now I'm actually at the climax. I'm like, I don't want it to end.
All right, so how do we want to do this tonight? I like 15-minute sprints just because it's easy for me to keep track of no matter what I'm working on.
That works for me.
Yeah.
All right.
Because I have a timer for 15 and 10, 15, and 20. So whichever one y'all want to do.
I have a timer too. Either way is fine though. If you want to use yours, I'll let you use yours.
All right.
Because mine doesn't make noise out loud.
Well, even when other people have a timer, like when Kira's writing with me, she's likes to look and see how much time she has. So, speaking of,
I just usually remember roughly when we started, so it's not too bad. But so I was gonna say something and now I can't remember what. I'm getting
hi, girl.
chilly. Are you comfortable?
Yeah, but I'm wearing long sleeves.
No, I'm just saying. So can Travis close the window? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Travis, would you close the window? It's not like an emergency. Thank you, babe.
So do y'all want
Sorry,
to start?
it's chilly in here.
Do y'all want to start like 15 after?
Yeah,
I think
we can
that'll work.
start at quarter after and work until 30.
That works. I can figure out why my freaking pages are not.
I don't know where it is. That's what I was telling you.
Okay, while we're waiting, can I just apologize for the mess that is behind me that I keep trying to clean? But I'm renovating, in case y'all are new to this channel. So, behind me is a perpetual mess. Constant state of mess.
Yeah, but someday it will be very, very pretty.
Oh, yes. At least I have a pretty wall to show. Like, that's one accomplishment we got. The rest is covered by stuff.
There's a reason I film in front of a wall. It's because there's no mess on a wall.
Well, see, and my walls, when we first moved in, we did that 1990s when it was really popular, the sand walls, so that my daughter would try to climb up them because she's a gymnast. And so now we're like redoing them because I'm tired of them. I've cut myself and scraped myself. I'm just like, I'm done. So we're actually stuccoing the walls to look like your back wall. Like we're making that texture. So she's doing that, and then I'm going behind the next day and painting.
Gotcha. That's a lot of work.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's more work for her than me, but at least I get the easy end of it since I'm working every day after.
Yeah.
It's almost done. Plus, we had electrical work we had to do, so like it's also putting walls back together and.
Gotcha.
That is a huge job.
Yeah, like the entire house had like probably I don't know 1 foot section cut out around the bottom wire, and we numbered them to put them back together correctly. But it still doesn't always fit back the way it's supposed to.
Right. My sister and her husband bought a house last year, almost a year ago. And it took them close to 6 months. Yeah, about 6 months to get, they had to rip out some of the electric and replace it. And the living room had this strip down the middle that was about that wide. It's right down the middle of the living room that had to, and patching a ceiling. Like we patched a couple of the walls upstairs where they cut holes and stuff. And that was a pain, but the ceiling was just.
Yeah.
I did not participate in that part.
Yeah. And see, this is a 30-year-old trailer. So like it still has those, oh Lord, those screws with the little things that look like flowers.
Oh yeah.
So there's no just like cutting it and not replacing it with the same stuff. So let's just say it's been an adventure. I told my mom I'm working on my credit to get a VA loan to get me a house, and so I was like, I'm gonna buy one that does not need renovating. Like I'm absolutely done. I have renovated literally my entire life. My parents had their own renovation company. I'm done. No renovations needed. It must come fully furnished. Like, done. All right.
No more fixer-uppers.
No.
All right, it's 15.
Yep. All right, let's start now. Write the words. All right, time is up. Time is up.
Sarah Jean, you are ridiculous.
I am ridiculous.
What?
Look in the chat.
I'm being silly.
Oh, your shout out.
Because nobody comes from LinkedIn, but I post it on LinkedIn every week. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe half of the fucking viewers come from LinkedIn.
That's the only time I
about
get
that.
people from LinkedIn texting me about anything. It's like, happy anniversary. Yeah, I don't want it.
Yeah.
I've been there that long. I mean, it's good.
Yeah, I don't open it.
All
I'm
right.
logged in, but I can share on it.
Yeah.
Okay.
What did we do? How bad are
I got 510.
I got interrupted like crazy, so I only got 231.
Hang on, I gotta do some math.
Oh, I was going to the nano site so that I can.
My daughter left. My mom wanted to know what was for dinner. My daughter called, asked how long she could play.
I got 573.
Nice.
Nice. Y'all did great. I'll catch up.
I'm going to.
Well, and it would
update
help
my
if you
progress.
didn't have to have interruptions, right, Amber?
Mm-hmm. Distractions suck.
They really do. They
Especially
do
when,
not help with the writing.
yeah, like the family knows this is my time. They know April, July, November. Don't bother me. Why don't bother me?
Oh, I just cracked my back.
You what?
I just cracked my back.
Oh, nice.
See,
All right.
Usually my daughter's at gym, so I don't have this problem. But
Is she on break?
their coach is out of town because Nebraska's men's gymnastics actually made it to the finals in Chicago.
Cool.
So the coach is up there watching them. So their Friday session is rescheduled for Monday. So next week she's gonna hate it. She has like 4 days of gym.
Wow. Yeah. Oh.
So which
I'm liking the spring weather. I'm not loving what it's doing to my allergies.
Yeah. My daughter's having a lot of problems with them. So far I haven't, but I think that's because I'm stuck in a building all day.
Yeah. I'm getting kind of raspy.
Yeah. Which project are you working on, Sarah?
I'm working on my nano story. So I'm on page 173. I'm about to hit 174.
Woohoo.
Yeah. The next sprint, I'll probably hit 73,000 words, which is not upsetting to me at all.
How many words am I at for unknown family? Oh, yesterday I apparently hit 100,000 words. I'm at 100,926. I usually aim for like 110,000 because I overwrite a lot. So then my CP is kind of like Alina's editor. She goes, nope, this whole section can just go. I usually cut it down to about 80,000 after all that.
That's still, I mean, that's decent. I do the same thing. I overwrite. I think my nano from November is currently at 135. I think the last time I looked at it, I need to go back and finish that when we're done with April.
Yeah. Well, see, it's really weird because like a lot of everything I read and I research says that like a full-length novel is about 60 to 80,000. But then I talk to like my favorite author, Christine Feehan, has a blog and I'll ask her questions all the time. And she's contracted for her novel to be at least 125.
It also depends on the genre.
Yeah. So
because if you write fantasy has a tendency to be longer anyway.
Yeah.
And everything I've seen says that fantasy can run anywhere from 80 to 150 easily. Yeah. Like that can be that's the average. So.
Yeah, I mean, it just depends, I guess, on what genre you want to throw it in. Because I call it urban fantasy, but it's also a paranormal romance.
Yeah, and I think romances are shorter.
Yeah, that's what I was quoting. I think the 60 to 80 is most romance.
Yeah. And that, I mean, that makes sense. I mean, you're looking at a different audience with different expectations. So.
Yeah, but then, like I said, the author I was talking about, hers is technically under, if you look at Amazon, under paranormal romance, even though she doesn't consider herself a romance writer. So I don't know. Maybe it's just different. What do they call it? Different millennials or different age groups or whatever. What they're used to reading.
Yeah.
Attention spans.
Oh, I'm tired, you guys. I worked all day. You drove all day.
I did. I drove all day. Well, not all day. I got up early and I packed. I did because I had an anxiety attack like for 3 days, so I didn't do anything Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So, well, Thursday evening I managed to do laundry, which is why I didn't get to pack until Friday.
It's like a necessary evil if you're gonna go somewhere,
right?
Yeah.
Or you could do like Tamara. She was telling me yesterday how they went and bought clothes so she could not go to the laundry. They went and bought more.
Well, they have laundry in their place.
Yeah, we live in a house, so we have our own laundry. Although I'm kind of hoping they're going to replace our dryer and not just fix it. So our washer and dryer are in the basement. They sit on these plinths, and the dryer's fine. The dryer works great. The washer leaks from the front left corner, like when you're facing the dryer or washer, it's the front left corner. And when it's on the spin cycle, I don't know if the legs are broken, like 2 of the legs are broken, but it rocks back and forth. Like the second time we did laundry, it actually rocked itself off the plinth.
Mm-hmm.
And we thought we broke.
Yeah, that did that.
So I'm kind of hoping. We talked to our landlady and she was like, well, we'll see what we can do about getting that fixed. And I was like, what if you just replaced it and gave us one that doesn't like
walk away?
Well, I can't do my piano studio is down there. So anytime I have students, we can't wash clothes because it is so loud, even with the studio door closed. Yeah. It's metal against concrete, so it makes a crap ton of noise. And if we get it over, like we try to keep it over closer to the washer, at which point it's hitting the washer. So yeah, it makes a lot of noise.
I remember those problems. Yeah, my old house had the washer and dryer was also on a plinth, and I was like, I swear to God, I didn't know that was a thing till we had that house, and it would always walk off no matter how we leveled it. It would always walk itself off. It's like, can we just put like a board here or something?
Right. Well, we tried putting cardboard underneath it. Like we folded up a cardboard box and put it under because it was just on the front. And we figured we'll even it out. Yeah. No, that didn't work. I don't know. I guess we'll see.
Do we want to write again in a minute?
Yeah.
Get the words.
Get the words.
I gotta redeem myself.
There's no redemption for me. I'm a loser.
I guess technically I did my usual during a 15-minute, but I was doing so good yesterday. I was hitting like 400 to 15 minutes, so I was so happy. I'm happy with myself.
Yeah, last sprint I started strong and then kind of wavered. There we go.
All right. Hitting the timer now.
Take credit for that.
He just woke up, meowed, and then went back to sleep.
Excuse me.
Messing with it. I can't stop. I do it all the time because it goes to my armpit.
Yep. I keep trying to move it over so
Yeah, like catch on my boob.
just stay there, please. I need like to clip it or something.
I used to have a clip on one of mine.
This one.
Yeah, but it doesn't work to make the sound work anymore.
What's that? You're awesome.
I'm a bucket of fail.
There we go. Bless you.
Yes, bless you.
All right. Shut up, you're annoying. I hit the button, it just wasn't stopping.
It won't stop. Why won't it stop?
Let's see how many.
I got 438.
536.
Nice.
I broke 73,000 as predicted. I'm like an oracle.
I gotta shift positions here for a second.
337.
Nice.
Oh, good job.
Not more this time. Finally on pace where I know where I need to be. I'm almost to the scene I've had in my head forever.
Do you get excited when you get to those scenes?
Yes. Not
You're
like,
like, yes, I've been waiting.
I know. I think that's why I probably wrote so much yesterday, because I knew I was getting close to the scene, so I was getting excited.
Yeah.
And so I actually, like, the scenes I would usually go, oh god, I don't want to write this. I've got to trudge through them. Like, I was like, let's go, let's go, let's go. I dread having to write all this down, though. I mean, lots of words. Like, I could just skip it and not write them down, but I guess if I finish by the end of April, I won't have to. But if I don't finish, then I'm going to be writing everywhere I go, so then I'm going to have to.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to write it all down.
Oh, man. I gotta go put this in so I can see what my little bar looks like, because it makes me happy when it gets taller.
It looks so awesome. I don't even want to look at mine.
I wish there was, like, a way I could make one of those. Like, that's why I keep my tracker. So I can, like,
You can do it in Excel.
Yeah.
You can do it. I mean, you just have to set up a
table.
You have to set up a spreadsheet that'll feed into a table. Well, it's into a chart.
Yeah. I've already got the spreadsheet made, but I guess I could go ahead and do that.
Yeah, you just feed it into a chart and it'll do it for you. And anytime you change it, it'll be like, oh, look, you did good.
I mean, it's nice. Like, I've got it where, it adds every day of the month, and then at the bottom it shows, like, the total, but the chart's just so much prettier.
There's something about visualization that just...
I guess. I don't know. I'm a very goal-driven type person. Like,
Yeah.
for whatever reason, if there's a goal, I must reach it.
And here's my thing. I envy people like that a little bit.
But
I'm
see, I
like
take it to the point of
10,000 words behind.
I take it to so it's not always the healthiest thing.
An unhealthy level.
Yeah. Well, because like we have these charts at work that say what shifted how many tanks. And so I get obsessively like I must finish the set before we leave, even if it makes me late leaving, because I want the numbers. But then it doesn't matter. I figured out last week because no matter how many it says we did, it takes some off of ours and gives them to another shift or makes them disappear into the atmosphere. I don't know what happens to them, but they don't stay on our section.
That's
so
cheating.
Like, what's the point? My boss goes, "Oh, it's just part of the algorithm." I was like, "No, that's exactly what I was like. No, that's just cheating." Taking things from us, and I don't know where they're going, but they're not staying with us. Not fair, I swear.
Not for us.
Now you got me wanting to see make my bar go up. That means I'm gonna add. I want to add.
My other one is sad.
Oh, it is sad.
Yeah.
I know I haven't typed up any of Kira's stuff since like day 3, you know. She still says she's stuck on like 500 words. And she's probably hit her 5,000 and then some. But it doesn't matter because the minimum goal that it'll track is 20,000. So even if I said she did all hers, it still would show that she failed.
Yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah. Our little cabin stats are sad.
Yeah, that's because half of our cabin's insane.
That's true.
So they have like these huge goals.
So they write like 5,000 words, it just shows like a little blip.
Right. So it looks like nothing.
What are we at? 24.6% is what we finished.
I'm at
These headphones are squishing my ears.
I'm at like 36.8%.
That's pretty good. I'm at.
Oh,
I need to
It
write.
doesn't show me what my percent.
I need to write
It's
998 words.
Oh.
One time.
Yeah, I don't know where the number is. Where do you see the exact number of your percent?
Where you have your daily stats, it says total progress.
Oh, that's that's the cabin stats.
Oh.
It doesn't show that for
yeah.
individuals.
Oh, that's lame.
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense. I thought it was for me because like before I put my work in.
What my percentage is, I suppose, with the math stuff. So
Yeah, it says I need 998 words a day to finish on time.
It says I need 20. I only need 2,400 per day to finish on time. Oh,
I need 10 pages a day to finish on time for my actual camp project, which I could catch up. I need like 30 some odd pages.
Yeah, you could do it.
Yeah, you could.
I might not though. I've been known to fail.
Well, see, I'm really weird. Like I put in the cabin, I put 20,000 was my goal. But then secretly, I had thought I was going to need 25,000 because I'm trying not to overwrite, but I was afraid I would. And so I'm tracking it like, you know, April, I've got my stats for what I'm writing every day. But then in June, I've got the 834 I would need a day to write 25,000. In July, I've got it calculated to 667 to do my 20,000. So I know how far I'm behind depending on which way I'm going. But since I'm afraid I might end up finishing the book before I even hit 20,000, that's probably not the best idea. Do we want to write again in 2 minutes?
Okay.
Yeah, let's do one more. I'd
Because we
really
were
like
like
to finish this. Yeah. Well, and I'd like to finish. I'm working on a character sketch, and I'd like to finish it tonight.
We can sprint afterwards too. That's fine.
My nano goal tracker for this project I'm working on over here says that at this rate I will finish tomorrow.
You have not finished yet.
No,
Oh, yeah.
and you know what the reason is because I did this to track as though I was writing the whole book. But it's a goal tracker. It's not the actual nano, so it's not a win or lose. So I'm not too worried about it. But it's just funny to me that it's because it thinks I'm writing. It says my average per day is 36.59.
Oh yeah.
Which is not my average per day. That's a lie.
My average per day.
I just didn't want to do math.
Is 1177.
Yeah, I didn't want to have to subtract every time I put stuff in the nano. I just wanted to be able to copy it in.
Yeah.
So that's why I did it that way.
I think if I were using a Google Doc, a Google Doc. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
I was using Word, I would do that. But since each one of these has a separate word count, like I can go in and I can check, but it doesn't, because I'm doing character sketches, it doesn't count those words in the total project word count in Scrivener. I think there's a way you can do that. I haven't figured that out yet, and I don't care enough to do that yet. So
5 after.
All right, let's go.
All right, let's do this.
Starting now.
What the fuck?
Time is up. What did we get? Let's see. How about I fail this time?
I have 385.
Okay, this is going to be more complex.
Only got 190. Time to figure out how detailed I want to be and who I want to come from what angle. I've got 9 people that have to show up on the scene.
I got 550.
Woohoo!
That
Woohoo!
was way too much math to do to get that.
All right. Well, do we want to wrap it up for the night then?
Up to you.
I am ready. I am super tired, and I have written more tonight than I have left on this. So, and we're gonna get up in the morning and stream on Alina's channel. So,
Yeah.
Lucky you guys.
yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah. The only thing that sucks about working overtime, other than like missing write-ins and chatting with you guys, is like not only do I have to get up way earlier.
Yeah.
But like
sucks so bad.
Because I have a second job and I work those on my off days at this job, like 3 weeks of overtime means I work 28 days straight.
Before I have a lot of working.
Yeah. And like at least 2 for, depending on the week, 2, 4, 6, either 8 or like this week, because there's 5 weeks, 10 days of that is both jobs. So I'm exhausted.
Yeah.
I'd rather
go
be
to bed.
I'd rather be writing with you guys. That's why there's like nothing but our live streams on my channel this month. And like I had the first week of logging going down and I literally haven't had time to edit it. So yeah, it is what it is at this point. So yeah.
All right. Well, do we all want to do our little who we are thing at the end here?
Sure.
You want to go first, Amber?
Sure. I will, after y'all have your writing chat on Saturday. We have my chat live stream right in on my channel on Monday at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So make sure you join in for that.
That's down below.
Yep. I don't know, depending on Jasmine's computer situation, if we'll write for an hour or 2. I guess we'll write till the mic goes out again. Everyone in the stream could hear her, but I couldn't, so it didn't really work out that well. But and other than that, yeah, all my links are below, so check them out.
Yep.
All right.
And CJ?
So my YouTube channel is down below. I haven't posted anything recently, but I'm hoping to do so soon. Other than that, that's it. I'll see you tomorrow morning on Alina's channel.
Yep, me too. So we'll see you guys all tomorrow morning, and we'll say good night. So good writing.
Good night.
Bye, guys.